today we are going to learn about coordinate geometry. We will discuss more application of this distance formula. Last day we have started this distance formula, which gives the distance between the 2 points whose coordinates are known. Say A have the coordinate x1, y1 and B have the coordinate x2, y2. Then distance between A to B means this straight line distance is given by a square root of the difference of their x coordinates, their square, plus the difference of their y coordinates, their square. Okay, this gives us the distance between the 2 points. It is called as distance formula, as the name itself indicates. Now there are various applications, so questions are asked based on the applications. The first application, applying this distance formula, this distance of any point from the origin can be calculated. It's very simple. If we are considering a point pxy in any coordinate system, it simply means if we consider this point as origin, the coordinate of this origin is our 0, 0. This way, this distance of point P from the origin is nothing but it is the distance between this 0, 0 and xy. So it is like simply this one. These are the two coordinates. So substituting one of them as 0 and other as x and y, we can get it is a square root of x square plus y square. The second application is knowing the coordinates of the three vertices of a triangle. The nature of triangle can be predicted. Nature means whether it is a equilateral whether it is an equilateral triangle or an isosceles triangle, or whether it is a right angle triangle or a scalene triangle. At which angle it is isosceles or at which angle it is right angle, those things can be calculated. All these things we have learned in our last lecture. Please go through that if you have any doubt. Students, regarding the nature of triangle, if ABC are the vertices of a triangle, in coordinate, the point ABC means the coordinate of the vertex A, B and C is known to us. That we have assumed as A as x1, y1, B as x2, y2 and C as x3, y3. Then this triangle will be equilateral provided the length AB is equals to BC is equals to CA. Student, this length AB can be calculated by using this distance formula first. Similarly, the BC can be calculated by considering the coordinate of B and C. Similarly, CA can be calculated. Then if this condition is satisfied, means all the three sides are equal, it becomes equilateral. Students, if any two of the sides are equal but it is not equal to third side, then it is called as isosceles triangle. Students, but if the square of two sides, means we are considering the sum of a square of two sides, that is equals to the square of third side, then it will be a right angle triangle, because in this case it is nothing but it is the Pythagoras theorem. So because of the Pythagoras theorem, we can say it is a right angle triangle. At which angle it will be right angle? Students, we have to see for the sum of the square of two smaller side. If it is coming at the third or a square of the third side, then whatever this common vertex from which this sum is calculated, that common vertex will be 90 degrees. Okay, student, like AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square, then here we are getting the vertex B is common. It means the angle B is 90. It may be possible that AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. In this case, this A is common, so angle A is 90 degree. And which side? The other side means it will be equal to the remaining different vertex A, B and C. So it is BCA square. Similarly, the third, BCA square plus ACA square is equals to ABA square. Obviously, the common vertex is C here. So angle C is 90 degree. So this way, we can check whether the triangle is right angle, equilateral, isosceles. Students, if the triangle is not isosceles or equilateral, then it is called as a scalene triangle. Students, it may be possible that right angle isosceles triangle means if the two conditions are satisfied, this is satisfied as well as any of this is also satisfied, then it can be the right angle isosceles. Can it be right angle equilateral? Not possible at all. Okay, students, because in a triangle, this hypotenuse is always greater than this perpendicular and base. It may be possible that perpendicular is equals to base, but it can never be equals to hypotenuse if this is 90 degree. Okay, student, for this to be equilateral, each of these angle must be 60 degree. Therefore, right angle triangle can never be equilateral, but right angle can be isosceles. Students, the third application is if these 3 points are not at different places, not on different lines, means they are not forming different sides. Rather, if these 3 points are on the same line, means what? A student, if this point C lies in between these two, say this C is here, or it may be possible that this C is laying here, which is the extended part of this. Okay, if this is the condition when these 3 points are on the same line, in that case triangle will not form, and then such points are called as collinear points. So students, collinearity can also be checked. For collinearity, the sum of the two smaller segments should be equals to the bigger one. Like AB plus BC is equals to AC. Like here it is AB, it is BC, the bigger one is AC. Students, it may be possible that AB plus AC. So if this is our AB, another one is our AC, means it is, this C must be somewhere here. That's why this become BC. So which point is between whom? That can also be calculated, or that can also be taken. Like here, whatever the common vertex or the common point, that will be between these two. Students, similarly, it may be possible that BC plus AC. So for this, it is our BC. We may take this as BC, then AC. So C is common. We must have the point A somewhere here, so that BC plus CA is equals to AB. Okay, student. So this is the condition for collinearity. Students, this collinearity can also be checked by using the sectional formula or by using the area of the triangle. That sectional formula method for checking this collinearity we will learn later. Students, then the fourth application is the equidistant point from two given points, and the fifth application is the nature of quadrilateral. We are going to consider this equidistant point. Students, what do we mean by equidistant? As the name itself indicates, equi means it is equal, distant means it is our distance from two given point. Students, 2 points are given. Let us consider one point as A with vertex x1, y1, other point as B with vertex x2, y2, and we are interested to get one point which is at equal distance from A and B. A student, most commonly students are committing mistake and they are thinking that only the point which is just in middle of this, consider this as the P, then if this is equals to this, then it will be equidistant. Yeah, this point P is also equidistant point. But students, in addition to this, it may be possible that you may take a point P somewhere here. Let us consider the coordinate of this point P be x1. So this point P will be equidistant point provided this AP, this much length, is equals to PB, this much length. Means what? This APB need not be collinear. Many a time students are always in the perception that if we are given with the point AB, consider this as A, this as B, then equidistant point means the point in between these two, and it is like this, means the point P such that this is equals to this. Yes, this point P is also equidistant point, undoubtedly, but it is not mandatory that this point P will be on this line joining AB. Student, what the other could be? One may take the point P here also. One may take, let us mark this as P1. It is also possible, so that this AP2, this length is equals to this length. It can also be. A student, it need not be only this much point. Even we can take the other point also. Let us consider this point, whether it can be. Surely, if this much length is equals to this much length, let us consider this point as P3. Then, if AP3, this length is equals to this length, then it becomes this P3 is also equidistant point. A student, you are free to take any other points also. Let us consider a point, this one, like this. The only condition or the requirement is that the distance from these 2 points should be equal. If this is equals to this one, this point is also equidistant. A student, this way we are getting that there are large number of equidistant points. It is not only the single point. Students, but if we join all these equidistant points, what we are getting? We will get that the equidistant point lies on a line bisecting the line joining the 2 given points. So, students, what we have learned? If we are given with the 2 given points, so one point is A, another point is B, then for getting the equidistant point, we can get large number of equidistant points on, or all those points which are laying on this line, means which is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining 2 given points. We were given with the point A and B, then joining AB this line segment, then the perpendicular bisector of this line segment. Perpendicular bisector means the line have to pass through the midpoint of this A and B, and it must make 90 degrees. So any point on this perpendicular bisector will be equidistant point. Okay, so line perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the 2 given points is equidistant from, is what? Equidistant. Always. So students, therefore, for finding the equidistant point, we need not take the point in between. We can take any point, okay, or from anywhere. Students, the condition is only that whatever the distance from this first coordinate, the same should be the distance from the second point or this second coordinate. That is the only condition. So what is where this equidistant point could be? This equidistant point could be on this perpendicular line. Let us take a very simple question. Students, in addition to this thing, few concepts of our class 9 that we have to keep in mind. Okay, I'm going to list those things which we will use frequently. So write down a note and please note this thing carefully. The important thing is, if we are considering our coordinate axis, means rectangular coordinate system, this is origin, this is x, x dash called x-axis, this is y, y dash called y-axis. So this horizontal line is our x-axis, this vertical line is our y-axis. Students, recall the concept of class 9 that if we are considering any point on this x-axis, its x coordinate will be given by this much distance, but its y coordinate is always 0. So a point on x-axis should be taken like x0. Whether this point is here or whether it is here, in this case, if we are considering this point, this much will be our x, but y is 0. Even we are considering this one, this will also be our minus x0, or we may take x0 and on calculation we will get this as negative. Students, so we may consider minus x0. So keep in mind, the first point, the y coordinate of the point on x-axis is 0. This y coordinate is also called as ordinate. So write this ordinate. This ordinate is nothing but it is y coordinate of any point on x-axis is always 0. Okay, student? X coordinate will be the x value or distance from this origin, this x. Considering this, we can write a point on x-axis, or always choose any point on x-axis have to be chosen. Always take it y coordinate as 0. So a point on x-axis is x value, y is 0. Very, very important. Okay, this we are going to use again and again or many times. Student, coordinate of origin is 0, 0. I don't think it need to be right. Okay, otherwise none of you are deserving for class 10th. यदि मेरे को ये लिखना पड़े कि this coordinate of origin is 0, 0. I hope all of you are knowing. Students, come to the point number 3. If we consider a point on this y-axis, students, for this y-axis, we need not move along the x. Directly we have to go for this y length. So the x value is 0, and whatever this length, that will be the y. Students, even if we are considering this point, then we shall take this as y. Students, if we are taking this point, then we shall take this as minus y or this as y. Students, therefore we can write what? For this y-axis, on y-axis, their x coordinate or abscissa, that is called as abscissa, or this abscissa simply means the x coordinate of any point on, keep in mind we are talking for the y-axis, on y-axis is always 0. Keep in mind, for y-axis means for the point on y-axis, their x coordinate value is 0. Their y value will be different. Okay, that will give at what distance on this y-axis the point is. So that you have to keep in mind. Now considering this point number 3, we can choose a point on y-axis like this. So a point on y-axis is given by what? Its x coordinate is 0, but y is not 0. If y becomes 0, it becomes 0, 0. It remains as origin. So these 4 are the most important thing that we have to take care. Okay, student? Though these things we have learned in class 9, I have written. Now, students, considering these concepts and whatever we have learned, we can frame some question. Students, let us consider the question number 9. If the distance of pxy from a 5, 1 and b minus 1, 5 are equal, then we have to prove that 3x is equals to 2, 1. The same question was also asked like this. We have to find the relation between x and y if the point pxy is equidistant from the point a 5, 1 and b minus 1, 5. Both questions are exactly same. So whether it is told that the distance are equal or it is equidistant, mean the same thing. For solving this, we shall draw their rough diagram. That is very important, and that helps you in reducing the time, presenting it better, and also avoid the mistake. Otherwise, once you may take this point, then even that will take more time, or even something wrong or some data while selecting. If you do not select it properly, you may get it wrong. So student, first draw the rough diagram for this question. It is given that we have to find a point P which is equidistant. Let us consider this point P here as x1. This is equidistant from point A and B. So whatever this A point that we are considering, A is our 5, 1. The same distance for this B minus 1, 5. Don't worry that this B shall be taken on this side because this x is negative. If we draw on the coordinate system, surely it will come on the left hand side, it will come on the right hand side. We are just drawing the rough diagram, don't worry. Even if you are drawing this B here, that doesn't matter. Only condition is this point P is at equal distance from A and B. Therefore, according to question, we have the condition this P is equidistant from A and B, means PA is equals to PB. This is the only condition given. Then we have to find the relation between x and y. Calculate PA. This PA is calculated by using the distance formula, which is given by the square root of, for PA we have to consider the coordinate of P, xy, and A, 5, 1. The distance PA is given by a square root of difference of their x coordinate, means x minus 5, their square. Students, we may take 5 minus x square also. Doesn't make any difference. Plus the square of difference of their y coordinate, means for P it is y and for A it is 1. So minus 1, that is square, should be equals to, now we have to calculate PB. Again the square root of the difference of the x coordinate of P and B. So it is our x minus 1, their square, plus y minus this 5, that is square. It is this one. Now we have to just solve this or simplify this to get the relation between x and y. Student, how we are simplifying? It is the square root, so we have to remove the square root. We have to remove this square term, or even we have to simplify this. For removing the square root, we have to square both sides. Means we are squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, we have taken this, we have put the square. This way, on squaring, the root are getting cancelled. This implies we will left with the term inside it. It is like our x minus 5 square plus y minus 1 square is equals to x minus of minus 1, means x plus 1 square plus y minus 5 square. Students, now we have to break this whole square. whole square, it is like a minus b whole square. We can write a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we can write this as x square, then plus 5a square is 25, then it is minus, so minus 2ab twice into 5 and x. So directly that can be written as 5 2s are 10 of x. This was for this one. Whole square I have broken. Similarly, we have to break for the second bracket. Plus it becomes y square plus 1 square is 1 minus 2y into 1 2y1 is equals to. Now again we have to break for this third, which is on the right hand side of equal. It becomes x square plus 1 plus of 2x. Break this one also. It is our plus y square plus 25, then minus of 2 into y into 5. So it is our 10y. Students, now here we are observing, while you are bringing this x square on left hand side, x square minus x square means x square on both sides will get cancelled. Another time, considering for this y square and this y square is getting cancelled. Now the other one, even we are also getting that this 25 and this 25 is also getting cancelled. Both are of the same sign. Also this 1 and this 1 is also getting cancelled. Both are of the same sign. What is left on the left hand side is minus 10x and minus 2y. On right hand side, plus 2x minus of 10y. So bring all of this on the left hand side, or keep x on left hand side, y on right hand side. Students, it is our minus of 10x. Bring this 2x on left hand side, it becomes minus of 2x. This equal sign. On right hand side we have minus of 10y. Then send this 2 on right hand side. Students, we will get, keep in mind, it is minus here. It becomes plus of 2y. Let us simplify it further. So it is minus and minus of 12x. Here it is minus, but it is plus. So it becomes minus of 8y. Minus sign can be cancelled. Also, in this 8 and 12, 4 is common. So 4 3s are and 4 2s are, means it is our 3x on left hand side. Right hand side we have this 2y. So this way the relation is developed. Or the same thing may be asked for the 3x minus 2y is equals to 0. Both mean the same thing. This way we are observing that the relation between x and y is developed. What was asked? We had calculated. See, then we had to prove this 3x is equals to 2y. We had proven this. Or derive the relation between, means what is or how is this x and y are related mathematically, that we had derived here. Question number 10, the x coordinate of the point P is twice its y coordinate if P is equidistant from Q 2 minus 5 and R minus 3 6. Find the coordinate of point P. We have to draw the rough diagram, but here we have to take care of the given condition. Here it is given that for this point P, their x coordinate is twice y coordinate. So if I consider this point P as xy, then the first condition is what? X coordinate is twice of their y coordinate. Means then I shall write x is twice of y. So one equation will form from here. The other condition is equidistant. So let us draw the rough figure and find it. Students, so let us draw the rough figure for 10. We have to take the point P, xy, Q and R. Let us consider the point P as XY. Consider the point Q. It is 2 minus 5. And another one is our R. Student, let me verify what are the coordinates. 2 minus 5. And for R, the coordinate is minus 3, 6. The coordinate of R is minus 3 and 6. Students, this is our rough diagram. Here, it is given that in our first statement, it is given that for P, their x coordinate is twice of their y coordinate. So according to question, the first thing is the relation between their x and y coordinate. It is given that x is twice of y. This is one equation. Take this as one equation. Also, according to question, that this point P is equidistant from Q and R. So whatever PQ is equals to PR. So that we also have to write. This PQ is equals to PR. Students, this PQ and PR are equal. It simply means we may write there PQ square is equals to PR square. I have squared it to avoid writing the root. Okay, now like, or otherwise we may take this right in the form of root, then squaring. So to avoid writing the root, then squaring, then cancelling, we can directly take their square and we can write this way, because on squaring we will left with this one. Students, so this way we can write here PQ, the difference of their x coordinate, means it is our x minus 2 their square plus difference of their y coordinate. So y minus of minus 5 become y plus 5 their square is equals to, for this PR, difference of their x coordinate. So x minus of minus 3 become x plus 3 their square plus the difference of their y. So y minus of 6 their square. Students, just we need to simplify this. We will get one more relation, then we have to solve it. Very easy. Break it on the whole square. It becomes x square minus of 4x plus of 4. Break the second bracket on whole square. It becomes y square 2 into 5 into y. Means 5 2s are 10y plus 5 square is our 25. Do for the x plus 3 whole square. It is our x square plus 2 into 3 into x. It becomes 6x plus 3 square is our 9 plus, break this, y minus 6 on whole square, y square minus of 2 into 6 into y. So 6 2s are 12y plus 6 square is our 36. Okay, that's all. Again, we are getting that x square and x square are getting cancelled. This y square and y square are getting cancelled. Bring x on one side, y on other side, or bring all of them on one side. Keep only constant on other side. Why? We have to solve for the x and y. Students, let us bring all the x on left hand side. It is our minus of 4x. Bring this plus 6x on left hand side become minus of 6x. Students, let us keep the y now. Plus of 10y, which is on this left hand side. The other minus of 10y, it will come on right hand side, become plus of 10y. Then the constant may also be kept on left hand side or maybe sent on right hand side. Students, it is our 4 plus 25, both are on the left hand side. We may directly write as the 29. On right hand side we have this 9 and 36. Both are positive sign. They will get added to give 45. 45 when brought on left hand side, or we may write it on the right hand side. 45. Students, let us further simplify this. I'm writing it here. Students, take this. Minus 4 minus of 6 become minus of 10x. Then plus 10y plus 12y become plus of 22y. Then it is our 29. 29 maybe send on the right hand side. Sending it on the right hand side, it become 45 minus of 29 become 16. So is equals to 16. 29 is sent on right hand side. Okay now? So 45 minus 29 is our 16. So it is our second equation. As students, what we are getting? We have to find this x and y. Among this x and y, one relation is this one, the other relation is this one. We have to solve these two equations by using the concept of solving the simultaneous equation. That's all. So let us substitute 1 in 2. So right, using 1 in 2, in place of x, we are going to substitute 2y. So it becomes minus of 10 into 2y plus of 22y is equals to 16. See, x is 2y, so substitution is better option here. Just by substituting, we can get this y. That's why x is replaced by 2y. It becomes 20 or minus of 20y plus of 22y is equals to 16. This implies on left hand side 22y minus of 20y is our 2y is equals to 16. This implies y is 8. So the y value is calculated. Now we need to calculate the x. Therefore, then using 1, we have this x is 2y. This will be equal to 2 into 8. This becomes 16. Therefore, x is equals to 16. Therefore, the point P, this is not the final answer. We have to find this point P. So point P xy, we have to collect it. X have to be written first. So 16 and y have to written next. 8. This is the answer. Okay, student? This way, the coordinate of point P is calculated and the condition is satisfied. We are getting x is twice of y, and this distance, even calculating the distance of this P from this Q and R, you will get both will be equal. Okay, so this is the required answer. Let us take the question number 1, which was asked in 2017. The distance between the point 4, K and 1, 0 is 5. What can be the possible values of K? Draw the rough diagram. Students, let us consider this point as A, which is our 4, K, and another point as B, which is our 1, 0. No need to put on the exact coordinate system. Okay, it is given that this distance between A and B is what? 5 units. Then we have to find the value of K. So what is the value of K? Students, the condition is here we have this AB is equals to 5. It is given. But AB can be calculated by using the distance formula. This implies we can apply the distance formula for calculating this AB when their coordinates are known. So AB is equals to difference of their x coordinate, means 4 minus 1 square plus difference of their y coordinate K minus 0 square. This value is 5. Keep in mind it is AB. That's why we have taken the square root. Students, we have to find or we have to solve this. For simplification, this square root have to be sent on right hand side. This becomes a square. Means on squaring both sides, we will get this 4 minus 1 is 3 square plus this K minus 0 is K square is equals to right hand side become 5 square. Simplify it. It become 9 plus k square is equals to 25. We have to find the value of k. So keep this k square on left hand side. Send the constant on right hand side. It becomes 25 minus 9. So k square become 16. But we are interested to know this k, not the k square. Therefore, the k become under root of 16. This implies the k. Students, keep in mind, since it is the coordinate system, means we are free to choose with their plus and minus sign. Students, be careful, because well, it is the square sending on the other side, both positive and negative can be taken. Or alternate way of solving, I had explained to you in the quadratic equation, that take it on the left hand side, go for factorizing. So k can be plus minus under root 16 is our 4. So this implies the k can be 4 or minus 4. These are the two possibilities. Students, many a time the students are getting confused in solving this. Why these two values? Students, keep in mind here this k square is 25 minus 9 is our 16. For getting this k, if we are sending this square in the term of a square root, both positive or negative can be taken. Or otherwise, it is the quadratic in k. So we shall use the method of factorization for finding it. So it is like k square minus 16 is equals to 0. Go for factorization. It is like k square minus of 4 square is equals to 0. It simply means it is a square minus b square. So it is one set is k minus 4 and the other bracket is k plus 4. This is equals to 0. Since it is the quadratic in k, that's why we have the two values of k. Many times students are committing mistake here, and even in NTSC your option only for b minus 4, c plus minus 4 will be given, and the students are committing mistake. They are just writing the 4 and your marks is deducted. Though both are possible here. If not possible, that then we have to check it. Students, since it is k square, so quadratic, we have to solve this by the quadratic method. By factorization, we are getting that this becomes k minus 4 is equals to 0. Other time k plus 4 is equals to 0. So k is equals to 4. This tells k is equals to minus 4. Therefore, combining these two, k could be plus minus 4. So the two values we are getting. That's why rather than going for this factorization method, though this is the most appropriate method, we have adopted in mathematics that to get the value of k, to remove this square in the term of a square root, we need to take plus minus 16. So directly from here we are getting plus minus 4. Okay, student? So you use this method or this method, both are correct, but do not miss these two possibilities. Okay, it is this. Students, let us come to the next question number 3, which was asked in 2014. The perimeter of the triangle with vertices 0, 4, 0, 0, 3, 4 is. This is a MCQ question. Students, using our general concept, we can get it. Or by plotting this point on the coordinate axis, we can get it quickly. Both method I will explain. Let us consider the first method or the most general method, where these coordinates may not be suitable as it is given here. Students, so the first thing is draw the rough diagram. Take this point as ABC, mark it. Let us consider the point as A, take this as 0, 4, mark this as B, 0, 0, mark this as C, 3, 0. Student, this is the general way I am explaining you. Though by using proper plot, we can get it quickly, just within a minute or within few seconds only. But if these coordinates are not convenient at that time, how to get? Students, We have to find the perimeter. So this perimeter is given by the sum of all these three sides. It will be AB plus BC plus CA. So we need to calculate these three sides. Go for calculating it. So what is our AB? I'm going to calculate it here itself. So this AB will be the difference of their x coordinate. So it will be 0 minus 0 their square plus the y coordinate difference 4 minus 0 their square. It is our AB plus the next one is our BC. Students, BC will be given by considering this coordinate and this coordinate. It becomes 0 minus 3 square. The x coordinate difference we have considered. Then y coordinate difference 0 minus 0 square plus the other one is CA, or A and C we need to consider. Their x coordinate difference 3 minus 0 we may consider. So 3 minus 0 square plus their y coordinate 0 minus 4 or 4 minus 0 we may consider. Both mean the same thing. Just we have to simplify this. That's all. So 0 minus 0 is 0. So it is our 4 minus 0 is 4 square. So it is our nothing but under root 4 square. First term. Second term is our under root 3 square. Other is 0. Nothing to take. Plus the next one is our 3 square plus 4 square. Students, this first one is under root 4 square is under root 16 means it is 4. Under root 3 square means under root 9. It is our 3. Plus this one is 3 3 is a 9 plus 4. It is our 25. The third term. So it is our 4 plus 3 plus 25 is our 5. It becomes 3 plus 4 7 plus 5 is our 12 unit. Students, here we have used the most general way of calculation. We may solve it quickly by plotting this point, because it appears it is 0 0 means one is origin, another is 0 4 laying on y-axis, another 3 0 laying on x-axis. So the side length can be determined easily by plotting it. So what could be the method 2? Students, if we are plotting it on the coordinate system, x is 0, y is 4. So it is our x is 0, y is 4, this one. The third one is, so it is our 3 0. Students, these are the points. We may mark this as ABC. The triangle formed by these 3 points. How is the triangle? Triangle is with this side, this one, and another one is this one. Students, here this BC is same as this x length. So it will be the x coordinate of this point C. It is 3 unit. AB same as this y length, which is the y coordinate of this point A, our 4 unit. Students, the AC can be determined because it is 90 degree. So this can be determined as 3 square plus 4 square. These are the two sides of the right angle triangle. This value is 5 unit. So just by plotting it, it appears quite convenient. That's why we have plotted and we have determined this side length just by plotting. If these coordinate points are not convenient, one is here, another here, another here, then we shall use this method. This is the most general method. Students, so just by plotting we are getting the 3 sides are known to us. Therefore, the perimeter is equals to AB plus BC plus CA. AB is our this one, A to B. It is our 4. We can directly put 4. BC, this one, 3. And CA is we have calculated as 5. It is same as the 12 unit. So in MCQs, we shall apply, or we may apply this method, which is acting as a shortcut because these coordinates are convenient. So just by observation, we have to choose whether this shortcut can be applied or the most general method we shall apply. Okay. So this was all about the three or the first four application. Now let us go for the fifth application. Students, regarding this nature of quadrilateral, like the nature of triangle, where 3 points are known, for the quadrilateral we need to take the 4 points. Student, let us come to the fifth application, nature of quadrilateral. Since it is a quadrilateral, it is defined by their 4 vertices. So the 4 vertices must be known to us. Let us consider these vertices as A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2, C, x3, y3, D, x4, y4. Means the rough diagram can be drawn like this. Quadrilateral is what? Any figure bounded by the 4 sides. So we have to just take the 4 sides. That's all. It need not be the parallel. It can be of the any type. Let us consider this as A, as x1, y1. This as B, x2, y2. This as C, x3, y3, and D, x4, y4. Students, for the quadrilateral, we are given with these 4 points. It means the side length or each of the side lengths can be calculated. That is one thing. So let us calculate them. So we can write the side length AB is given by the square root of A and B, their x coordinate difference. So it will be our x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Similarly, the side BC, for that we have to consider the coordinate of B and C. So x2 minus x3 square plus y2 minus y3 square. Then consider this CD now. Here we need to consider the coordinate of C, which is x3, y3, and coordinate of D, x4, y4. So CD is difference of their x coordinate, means x3 minus x4 square plus y3 minus y4 square. Students, the fourth size is our DA or AD, we may write. Whether we write DA or AD mean the same thing. Here we have this x4, y4 and x1, y1. We may write x4 minus x1 square plus y4 minus y1 square. So this way, this side length can be calculated. That is the first thing. In addition to this, the quadrilateral is specified by their diagonals. That is another important thing. Also by their angle between the two sides. Student, but angle calculation at your level is not required. Students, quadrilateral is specified by their diagonals in addition to their side length. Here, knowing the 4 vertices, the 4 side length can be calculated. Also, by joining this A to C, we can get one diagonal, and joining B to D, we can get the other diagonal. Students, this AC and BD can also be calculated by applying the distance formula. Also, diagonal calculation is asked. So their diagonals, one is AC. For AC, we need to take this x1, y1 and x3, y3. So it will be the square root of difference of x1 minus x3 square plus y1 minus y3 square. The other diagonal is our BD. For this, we have to take x2, y2 and x4, y4. The two diagonal AC, other one is our BD, is given by x2 minus x4 plus y2 minus y4. So these are the two diagonals. Students, with the help of these four sides and these two diagonals, we can specify or we can find whether it is a square, rectangle, kite, parallelogram. Okay, students? So what are those things that we are going to summarize? Therefore, students, it is first possibility is quadrilateral will be a square. So for this a square, this quadrilateral become a square. For a square, just keep in mind, if this quadrilateral is a square, then its all these side length should be equal. Also, their diagonal length should be equal. This is the condition for a square. Then automatically this angle comes 90 degree. Students, so this quadrilateral become a square if AB is equals to BC is equals to CA is equals to AD, and also their diagonals are equal. AC is equals to BD. This we have to understand. Students, the second possibility is it can represent a rectangle. Students, for rectangle we have learned that the two pair of opposite sides are equal. Also, their diagonals are also equal. So diagonal equality we need to consider, but all these four sides will not be equal. We may take AB, the other, if we are taking this as ABCD, so this should be equal to the other side, means the other side should not be adjacent. So other side should not start with B, it must start with the C. So CD, and this is the first pair of side, the other pair of side also need to be equal. AD should be equals to BC, and their diagonal AC should be equals to BD. These are the three conditions that we have to check. Students, it can be a parallelogram. When it become a parallelogram, what is the difference between the rectangle and parallelogram? Students, we have just learned this can be called as a square ABCD only if all these four side lengths are equal and their diagonals are also equal. This was the first. Rectangle, the pair of opposite sides are equal, diagonals are also equal. Coming for this parallelogram, students, we have learned that for the parallelogram, their opposite pair of sides are equal as like rectangle, means this will be equal to this length will be equal to this. But there is another difference, that the two diagonal lengths are unequal. From this figure we can see that the diagonal AC is longer than the BD. So we need to write for parallelogram AB is equals to CD, and these two sides, other two sides are also equal. AD is equals to BC, and this AC is not equals to BD. Students, this automatically means this considering these two and this third one, automatically these opposite pair become parallel. Okay, but this angle will not be 90 degree. That is the differentiation. Students, we can represent this as the rhombus. For this rhombus, we have learned that all their sides are equal. If we consider this ABCD, then all their side lengths are equal, but their diagonals are not equal. This makes difference between the square and rhombus. So students, We can write for rhombus AB is equals to BC is equals to CA is equals to, sorry students, it is our CD. CD is equals to DA. All the four sides are equal, but their diagonal AC is not equals to BD. This way it gets differentiated from the square. So these four are the important one. Even the other, like kite, can also be proved. Whether it is a kite, write down the condition for kite. Students, it will represent a kite. We have learned that for the kite, the condition is like this. Students, for kite, the adjacent sides are equal. Their diagonals are not equal. Keep in mind, in parallelogram, the opposite pair of sides are equal. But in kite, their adjacent sides are equal. So for kite, means the pair of adjacent sides are equal. Here we are getting the shorter length side. AB is equals to AD. The other pair, considering this vertex C, CB is also equals to CD, and very much sure that this BD is not equals to AC. Students, we had also learned that the smaller diagonal get bisected, but longer diagonals are not bisected. So these are the conditions. Proving the trapezium, students, when these conditions are not satisfied, they are called as simply irregular quadrilateral. Or proving trapezium is quite difficult, or trapezium cannot be proved by this one, because parallel things cannot be proved. It is with the help of these four sides and diagonal, the characteristic of the quadrilateral can be found, or the nature can be found. So this much characteristic we have to keep in mind. Let us take few questions. Let us take the question number 6 from our textbook. Name the type of quadrilateral form, if any, by the following points, and give the reason for your answer. Student, these 4 points are given. Student, let us consider the first example where we are given with these 4 coordinates. First, draw the rough diagram. That should be your first task. So very first, you must draw the rough diagram. Okay, don't worry in which quadrant it is laying. So draw the rough diagram. This rough diagram help you in quickly writing or calculating this side length. Let us consider this point as A, -1, -2. This point as B, 1, 0, C, -1, 2, and D, -3, 0. After drawing this, for predicting the nature of quadrilateral, we have to find the 4 sides and their diagonals. Let us start calculating. So students, AB, for calculating AB, we can write directly. No need to write again and again the formula than substitution. Students, better habit is first you just write the formula only once. So our distance formula is distance formula. Just write once what we are going to use is equals to under root of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Students, therefore from this we can write AB. For our AB, the difference of their x coordinate, -1 minus of this one, it become -1 minus of 1 square plus, considering their y coordinate, minus of 2 minus 0 square. It is like our minus of 2 square is 4, and this is another minus 2 square. become other 4. It is under root of 8. This can be taken as 2 root 2. Students, similarly, let us consider for the BC. I'm going to write directly, students. We have to take 1 minus of minus 1. It becomes 2 square plus 0 minus of 2 become minus 2 square. It is also our under root 4 plus 4 under root 8. It is our 2 root 2. Come for this C and D. So CD is given by the under root of difference of their x coordinate. So 1 minus of minus 3. It becomes plus 2. It is like this. 1, which is already minus, means minus 1. Minus of this minus 3 become plus of 3. There is square plus it is our 2 minus 0 square. Students, it becomes like 2 square plus 2 square. 2 square plus 2 square. It becomes like 4 plus 4. It is our under root of 8. This is also 2 root 2. Students, then come for this C and D. For C and D, sorry, D and A. Students, DA will be difference of their x coordinate. Minus 3 minus of minus 1 means minus 3 plus 1 become minus 2 square plus their y coordinate 0 minus of 2, it become 2 square. This is also like 2 square is 4 plus 4. This is also under root 8. This is also 2 root 2. It is this one. So these 4 sides are equal. Students, when 4 sides are equal, the quadrilateral can be a square or rhombus. But whether a square or rhombus, that have to be specified by calculating their diagonal. So diagonal calculation is other important thing. Let us calculate the diagonal. Students, the diagonal is calculated by considering the opposite vertex A and C, and the next time B and D. So let us calculate the diagonal AC, A and C, under root. Students, keep in mind, for this we have to take this A minus 1 minus of minus 1. It become minus 1 plus 1. It become minus 1 plus 1 square plus, considering this y, minus of 2 minus of this 2. It become minus of 2 minus of 2 square. It is like our, this is 0 plus this become our 4 square under root 4 square or under root 16, or this is our 4, one diagonal. Students, the other diagonal B and D we need to consider. So for considering this B and D, we have to be careful. 1 minus of minus 3. So right, the other diagonal BD will be under root 1 minus of minus 3 become plus 3 there square. Student, how is this? 1 and this 3. This 1 and this 3 we have considered. So 1 plus 3. Minus of minus 3 become plus 3. That we have taken. Student, then 0 minus 0 plus of 0 minus 0 is our 0 square. Students, very interesting thing. It is again our 4 square, means it is again our 16. It is our 4. What we are getting? From here we are getting, from this set, we are getting that, what is the conclusion that we have to write? Thus, the AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA, and the other one is the diagonal AC is equals to BD. What we are getting? Student, keep in mind this ABCD we have named it. Okay, this coordinate. You can take the name conveniently and you can write in this form only. Student, so thus we can write all 4 sides are equal, also diagonals are equal. From this statement, it is a square. Okay, student, this is the answer. Students, keep in mind, if we were getting just two pair of equal sides and diagonal equal rectangle. Student, if these four sides are equal, but if these two diagonals were unequal, rhombus. So that's why these conditions are very important. Okay, now, and I have summarized all these conditions here. Okay, so do not forget this. Let us consider the other question of our textbook, exercise 7.1. The question number 7. Find the point on x-axis which is equidistant from 2, -5 and -2, 9. Very important and very simple question. Read it carefully. The point on x-axis. So we shall take, let it be P. The point on x-axis is always taken as x0. That's all. And the other point is, we may take this point as A, 2, -5, and B, -2, 9. Student, even the better one is, we shall write it on in the rough diagram form, or student, even if we are drawing it in our coordinate system, we can get that this P is on this x-axis, this A, x is positive, y is negative. Let us consider this point as A, 2, -5, and B, x is 2, y is 9. Students, x is our negative. For this point B, we have to come on this side. Y is positive. So somewhere here, this is the point B, -2, 9. Students, what we have to find? We have to find the point P on this x-axis. You are getting that? If we consider any point somewhere here or here, if we consider some point here, a student, don't bother about this sign. Even you may consider this point is here, automatically it will come negative. But here this point and this length should be equal. This is the point P, x0 that we are going to consider. Students, this x will automatically come negative on our calculation. So don't bother. Do not take this as -x. No need to take. Student, just consider this point P, apply the condition. So here, let the point be P, x0, because it is laying on the x-axis. So on x-axis, y value is 0. Then according to question, we have this PA is equals to PB. Now, just observe this rough diagram and write it. PA means this can even be written as the PA square is equals to PB square on a squaring. Squaring we have written to avoid writing the square root. It simply means this becomes PA. So x minus 2a square plus 0 minus of -5 become +5a square. PB, consider this one. X minus of -2 become +2a square plus y 0 minus of 9 their square. We have to just simplify it for the x. Students, it become our x square minus of 4x plus of 4. On x minus 2 whole square we have broken, plus 5 square is 25 is equals to, this is our x plus 2 whole square. So it become x square plus 2 to the 4 x plus 2 square is 4 plus 9 square is our 81. Now again we are getting x square is getting cancelled. So here we can write, we can bring this x on the left hand side, minus of 4x, the other minus of 4x. Then this constant term can be sent on the right hand side. 81 plus 4 is our 85 on right hand side. From left hand side, 25 plus 4 is our 29. It will go on right hand side to subtract minus of 29. Students, it becomes minus of 8x is equals to, it becomes 56. Students, find this x. X is 56 by minus of 8. So 8 sevens are. It is minus of 7. This implies x is equals to minus of 7. But what is required? This coordinate. Therefore, coordinate of equidistant point, it is our px0. This is our x value is minus 7, y is 0. This is the answer. Students, we are getting that this x is automatically coming negative. So important thing, do not forget. Many a time students are taking minus x. If you are taking this as minus x, at that time you will get this x value as positive. So taking this as minus of this 7, again you will get the same result. So coordinate will remain the same, but you have to handle this sign carefully. If you are not handling, then mistake may occur. That's why it is always advisable. Do not associate the sign here. You just take it positive, automatically during the calculation you will get the negative sign. So this was question number 7. Question number 8. Find the value of y for which distance between this P and Q is 10 units. Very simple. Our P is 2 minus 3 and Q is 10y. We are given with P 2 minus 3 and Q as 10 and y. This length is our 10 unit and we have to find the value of y. Here we are given with the distance PQ is our 10 unit. But this PQ can be calculated by using the distance formula. It will be given by difference of x coordinate. So 2 minus of 10 square plus the difference of their y coordinate minus 3 minus y square. This is our 10. Student, one may take y minus of minus 3 means y plus 3. The calculation remains unchanged. Okay. See, this implies this y we need to calculate. Go for squaring them. So 8 minus 10 become minus 8 square. So it is like 8 square or minus 8 square one may keep, plus of minus 3 minus y square. It is on the 10 square. We have just sent this square root as the square. Go for simplifying this. 8 8 is 64 plus, now it is our a square 9 plus b square y square. Then keep in mind it is a b plus 2ab, both are negative, so it will remain positive. 2 3s are 6 y, because taking this minus 3 and minus y become positive. So this is equals to 10 square is our 100. Students, let us simplify this further. It is like our y square. Keep in mind, it is now a quadratic equation. The quadratic polynomial or quadratic equation we have already learned how to solve it by splitting the middle term. That we need to apply. Plus of 6y. Now on left hand side we have 64 plus 9 is our 73. Bring this on the left hand side, minus of 100 is equals to 0. This implies y square minus plus of 6y then this is our minus of 27 is equals to 0. So students, this is what? Negative. A into C is negative, but B is positive. So the two opposite factor we need to take, one is with the positive sign, another with the negative sign, so that the product become negative. Since the B is positive, so bigger factor should be positive one. What is the factor of this 27? 9 3s are 27. So plus 9 minus 3. Their addition will give us the plus 6 and product become minus of 27. So y square plus of 9y minus of 3y minus of 27 is equals to 0. If the student have doubt, please go through the videos that I have already uploaded in the chapter of polynomials. How to find the zeros of polynomial or this quadratic equation. Okay, there you can see. Please go through that. Students, so take this. Whatever common from the first two, y plus 9 minus 3 common, y plus 9 again is equals to 0. Students, this bracket y plus 9 itself is common. Another one is y minus 3 is equals to 0. From here, this 2 means y plus 9 is equals to 0. Another y minus 3 is equals to 0. From here, y is equals to minus 9. From here, y is equals to 3, sending on right hand side. Therefore, the value of y could be minus 9 or 3. These are the two possibilities. Okay, student? So this is the required answer. So you may get the two values. Okay? One with this minus 9. Students, if you are taking this as minus of minus 9, it become plus. Okay? Means minus 6 plus 9 means it become, sorry, minus 3 plus 9 become plus of 6. If you are taking this as minus of this 3, substituting it here, minus of 3 minus of 6 become minus 6 square. You will get this term is always the same. ओके स्टूडेंट, यानी क्या हम आपको ये बता रहे थे स्टूडेंट, इसको आप चाहिए तो ऐसे वेरीफाई भी कर सकते हैं कि ये दोनों आंसर सही है, दोनों ही ऑप्शन लेने हैं यहाँ या एक लेने हैं स्टूडेंट. तो ये वेरिफिकेशन के लिए आपको जरा इस इक्वेशन को देखना है. Here, if we are taking this one, students, minus of 2 minus of 10 square प्लस माइनस ऑफ 3 माइनस ऑफ y स्क्वायर, हमें इसी को जस्ट कैलकुलेट करने हैं ना, 8 10 आने चाहिए. स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर फ्री टू टेक इवन इन दिस और द फर्स्ट कैन बी सिंपली 8 स्क्वायर प्लस ऑफ माइनस 3 माइनस y स्क्वायर. Whether substitute in this one or this one mean the same thing. The first bracket is simplified. If I am taking this minus 9, means what? If y is minus 9 is taken, then how much is this value? Students, then it becomes the under root of 8 square plus of minus of 3 minus of minus 9. Be careful while substituting the value. Students, it is like our 8 square plus minus of 3 plus of 9 square. Students, it becomes 8 square or 64 you may substitute plus of, this is now minus of 3 plus 9 is our plus 6 square. It is like our, we may simplify it. Student, 64 plus 36, you are getting, this is under root 100, it is our 10. Okay, so it is satisfying. Students, if we are taking y is equals to 3, then how is this value? Then it becomes the square root. We are substituting here. Okay, na student? Be careful. So 8 square plus minus of 3. Now y value is 3 only with positive sign. So minus of 3 there is square. Students, it becomes simply 8 square plus minus 3 minus 3 minus 6 square. You are getting what is the difference? It was plus 6 square, it is minus 6 square, but the square remains the same. This way both are possible. Students, it becomes 64 plus 36. It is again our 100. So it is our 10 unit. So both are correct. So student, if you have the doubt, then please substitute and observe it. And initially you must practice by substituting. Then you will get the confidence in mathematics, okay? Or you will understand what is the significance of these two values. It is one is positive, another negative, and a square of the positive or negative for the same integer, the value remains the same. That's why it is once this is plus 6 square, it is minus 6 square. We are getting the same result. So this was all about students today's class.